Well, we're going to get into daily profiles today. We're going to do a debrief on what we already been through. So right now, you guys already done did DXY. We've already been through SMT. Now we're going to get into the topic of what the daily profiles consist of. Let's get into it. So understanding the daily profiles are very important. And this is why it's important. Like, if you want to learn the algorithm of the market, you have to understand the reoccurrences that occur in the market. Most traders now may have stumbled across the daily profiles or actually seen it for themselves. You know, after I show you these profiles, you'll be able to backtest them and actually see them happen often and often inside the market. It's something that happens very common. It happens often in the market. Like, it's a very common occurrence. And I want you guys to understand that just knowing the profiles is not enough. You're going to have to mentally adapt to like understanding the candle closures of what the profile is doing. So in this mentorship, I'm going to continue to drop like different profiles, but the main thing about understanding them profiles is understanding the candle closures of the profile. So you can have an understanding of whether it's a buy day, a sell day, or how you can take advantage of it. And the thing is, you know, most people out there now, they don't understand this as a trader because they feel as if because they learn this profile, they definitely would be in a situation where they can take advantage of. So that being said, let's get into the topic and let's see what we can do. So to my left here, imagine a candlestick. We'll call it a buy candlestick. And in the candlestick, you have the situation where you have the opening and the closing. You can get into that. This is the, sorry. This is the opening. Right here is where the candle it opens. And here's where it closes. So in this particular curriculum, we're going to go over the power behind understanding not only the daily profiles, but also understanding the candle closures of the actual day. You have to literally imprint this in your mind because you're going to have to figure out what's the best situation to handle the certain profile for that day. We're going to get into different aspects of how you can be able to take advantage of these opportunities and what tomorrow may look like. So we're literally finna get into the profiles today, and they're going to give us a deeper understanding of how we can digest them. This is the secret to understanding these profiles and every profile I post. Visualizing the opening and closing of all the candles. So if this is the new day, which is the opening, this is the end of the day, closing. So that being said, just imagine this. Keep this in mind. Like, keep candle closure in mind. Every time you see the profiles that I show you, I want you to always keep candle closures in mind. And that's the sauce to understanding these profiles. Here's the classic buy and sell day. This is a very important day. I mean, very, very important concept. As we get deeper inside the mentorship, you will see why it's very important. This is actually an indication of certain entries that we will take. So take notes. You know, this is the classic day. This is the buy day to the left and the sell day to the right. If you look at the details we got here for you, you can see that it gives you the understanding of how you can take advantage of this in the market. And it can also help you with figuring out how it can help your trading strategy out. So make sure when I show you these profiles, you pay close attention to these details. I want you to take these in your notes because we already broke it down for you guys to where you can consume the basic understanding of this actual concept. So here's some live examples at the bottom of the classic buy and sell. So right here, as you can see, the opening is right here with the line. This flat line is indicated, and the closing of that day is there. And mind you, like we said before, looking at these profiles, the first thing we're going to visualize and have an understanding is the opening and closing of the day and how the candle will look going into the next day. So this will essentially look like this. Like you see how price opened up. So just imagine this. Price open up, goes open up, goes down, goes up, goes up, goes down. Oh, then oh. See that? This is a classic buy day. So understand this. When I see models, like when I see profiles and models, this is what I visualize. I don't just visualize what price is showing me at the time. I visualize what it looks like or what is forming or how it's going to look at the end of the day. So this will look like this on a line chart. You guys can back test this right now and see this is how it will look on a line chart. You can go to the daily time frame and look at the candle. You will on a line chart. This is how it will look. On the other end of that, you have this candle. This is the traditional candlestick pattern that we usually use every day. Like we just spoke about in the previous slide, this is what we visualize on a higher time frame when this is unfolding. When this is unfolding during the daytime, I'm reading the charts. This is what I'm thinking about. What is going to actually happen going into the next day. So these two is what this looked like on a daily time frame. So just understand that that's how it looks. You know, it's not really. Oh, sorry. Let me. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Got to make a. Sorry, I got to add the sell side too, so you guys can see how it will look on the sell side. So this is a candle on the sell side. There you go. So this is the buy day, and this is the sell day. You know, of course, this is not the sell example, but this is how essentially just imagine this going in a bearish direction, and this would be like how it looks on a daily time frame. So just moving forward, I want you guys to do this. The first section, this is how it looks on a line chart representation. In this section in the middle, I want you guys to read the fine details because we already pulled out all the things that you need to know. We're trying to get straight to the point for you guys. And then when I get into this section of the profiles, this is the live examples. You know, it's not always a buy and sell, like it's not going to be a buy and sell example, but just take these for your notes and then we can continue on. So that's just how we want to be doing this moving forward. This is a swing day. As you can see, this is how it looks, how it opens up and it closes out. The good detail about this is like it happens on Thursday a lot because Wednesday become a day, and most times it seeks it creates the low of the week or the high of the week, and most of the time that requires a lot of volatility and liquidity to actually reach for that point. So the following day kind of become exhausted, and that's why Thursday become the day of, well, you will deal with a swing day, like more so like a a low volatile day. And this will look like this on the, let's see. So, and I want you to also understand this. This is the funny thing. And ask yourself this question. Like ask yourself this question when you're reading these when I'm drawing out these candlesticks for you guys. I want you guys to ask yourself a question. What are doji candlesticks? From what I learned about what doji candlesticks, there are times of indecisions. You know, these are times of indecision. And one question I'm gonna ask you again: during times of indecision in the market, is that the right time to trade? Exactly. And this is why understanding candle closures and profiles work well with each other. Because I wouldn't trade in situations like this. There's not enough volatility. I wouldn't trade in situations like this. If I spot that this is making this type of price action, I'm stepping away from it because on a daily time frame, my mentality is showing me that this is what's happening. It's a time of indecision in the market. So why would I want to take advantage of this opportunity? No, I'm gonna step away. So just this is why it's important to understand the candle closures of the daily profiles, not just the daily profiles, but the candle closures also. So let's continue on. Here's some live examples. Look at this. This is a perfect example. Why would I want to take advantage of opportunity in this and crap like this? You don't know what you don't. It's unclear. It's unclear for me. And like I said, this is how it looks on a daily time frame. So I digress. Let's continue on. This is the ICT London swing to Z Day. Here's another very important concept. This is I actually love this one. Um, this is also a profile we'll be revisiting for our entries and things like that. But just understand this is a very powerful one. It happens a lot. You know, I've throughout the years I developed a certain type of relationship with this actual profile because I have certain algorithms that I actually play off of because of not only the previous profile that I marked as VIP, but this one too. But um, New York is a very important aspect in this concept. So just note that and let's move forward. Well, let me write out these candles for you. So times like this would like come in. So eventually you'll get used to like you don't have to learn this. This is something that I just know just being a market freak, you know, more so like the opening and it's kind of just showing you. So like it will essentially look like this. I have a long wick. And like, yeah, so the thing about this particular profile, you know, you would say that it's a doji, but it's not necessarily a doji because you have a long wick on the end of it. So it's a long wick. So we would take advantage of this opportunity in this price area. If you imagine this on a lower time frame, you know, this is the daily example. We would literally take advantage of the opportunity down here in this area. So we'll buy back up in the close in that situation. And the same goes for the sale. The sale. The same goes for the sale. We'll take advantage of that opportunity over there too that way. You know, like so don't think that this is a doji. Like I say, I was saying, like if you on a higher time frame on daily, you wouldn't want to take advantage of like certain aspects of that way of trading. let's move on. So now here's a live example here. As you can see, initial low during London was swept with liquidity, and then New York came back and cleared it. This is a good example. Another one happened here. Low swept. Then New York took it away. See the opening price as it surges down. These are opportunities you can take advantage of in the market. So let's move forward. ICT range to New York. This happened a lot. As you can see, it happens on times like this. NFP, FOMC. You got to think about like how people view news. Some people wait on news to well, most people wait on news to actually transpire, and you're not the only ones. Big institutions do it too. Um, we all understand like on these days, like you just back test these days, and you will see how common they are. Like I say, just this section in the middle, we already did all the hard work for you. All you got to do is reread these comments made on the actual day, and you can better yourself at understanding these terms and profiles. But this candle closure looks like this. Let's see. Oh, give me 1 second. Sorry. This candle closure look like this. A little beefy. So I say, like, I'm gonna repeat myself one more time so you guys don't miss it. You gotta understand these candle closures. You gotta mentally put yourself in the mind frame when you're inside these intraday trades, what the end of the day looks like for my actual setup. And that's how you're gonna like literally take your trading to the next level. Here's some live examples. As you can see, London low, taking boom, New York session, money. Same thing goes over here. There was a little bit of manipulation happened. Got some trap traders in the market here. Manipulation run down there. You could take advantage of a move that came up here. Boom, money. These are pretty good examples. I like these examples. As you can see, news right here. News release actually push the market inside the actual intended areas in a combined state with engineered liquidity. So just understand like it happens a lot on the market, just understanding this concept will put you ahead of the game with news days and putting you like in a good situation to capitalize. Let's continue. Here's another like news day that I can kind of present to you guys. And this one will look like this. Got a little meat on it, not too much. And you ask me like why do he want us to learn these candle closures so bad? Because this is how you're going to take your trading to the next level. Like you gotta understand that the stuff you find out on the internet right now, it's just thrown out on the internet, but not necessarily broken down properly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what I have to do to make sure you guys receive the proper information, so you can be able to implement that into your trading strategies, and you can be able to capitalize off these every day. So this is the main thing about this concept. Nothing really major. Just be aware, understand these moving forward, and understanding when, and here's some live examples. So just take notes. Continue on. This day right here is the day that I hate the most. I think every trader hates this day unless you're trading on the second time frame and you're trying to take advantage of moves that's just happening at a very fast rate, which is called high frequency trading. If not, you won't like this day. This day is our worst enemy. This is our worst enemy. Like this is our worst enemy. Just understand that. Swing, like seek and destroy days. Just keep it simple. Seek and destroy days. Seek and destroy days are like very confusing when you are a beginner trader. You think that you think that the way you actually going to trade, you're going to get in the market and you're going to just follow your profile and boom. Before you know it, you're stuck inside a seek and destroy because it comes back, take you out, and it comes back again. You say, all right, well, I can take this. No, you're stuck again. So you possibly could have entered 3 different times and you got them all wrong 3 different times. And then some traders will continue to try to make it work. And that's how you become horrible at trading. So to prevent yourself from getting stuck in stuck in this profile, you just after you have one loser or maybe two, you stop. So you was to get inside seek and destroy play, and it goes. Well, how about this? I'm gonna have a live example below, and I'm gonna show you how I would get out of it. But just understand, seek and destroy days are bad days to trade in. You know, you want to stay away from these days. And I'm going to these are details where you can kind of read through them, and you can help you out with understand them and things like that. Like I said, we did all the hard work for you, so it's all right here for you to get a better understanding. But let me get into like how I would actually trade it. As you can see here, say if you was going into the day, let me do this first so you guys can understand why. This is what a seek and destroy day look like on a daily time frame. Everything I show you, back test. Everything I show you, back test. Back test and tell me what you think. And these are dojis. And dojis are times of indecision. It's just happening on a lower time frame. Like it's literally like you go to the daily time frame of any seek and destroy day, and you will see a doji. And it's because that's times where you don't supposed to be trading. So that alone should waking you up as far as this is bigger than just reading profiles. The candle closures are where the understanding is. Okay, let me continue. I digress. Now, back to what I was saying. Trading the seek and destroy. This is what I've developed throughout the years of failure being caught inside seek and destroy days. As you can see here, we got marked where liquidity was pulled, and I would have took advantage of that opportunity, and I was wrong. Boom. Say again, liquidity was pulled. I was wrong. Boom. Right. Then some people will say, well, look, well, I was right. It's going to come back and take this liquidity and just continue down. Guess what? You was wrong. Boom. It reversed on you, went upward. So that being said, like, guys, like it's all in your face. For one, we know that this is a time of indecision. The daily is going to print out the daily time frame going into like midnight is going to be a doji candle, and there's no volatility enough for us to be able to take advantage of, and the manipulation is being built up. So here's a little tip. When you in times like this in the market, this is what you do. I'm gonna give you 2 different tips. The first thing you do is this. The moment you get inside this trade and it reverse and you fail it, maybe you get stuck and you say, well, maybe my bias is wrong. You continue, take another trade, that's fine, but split the risk. Risk 50% of what you would already had risk going into this trade. If you would like to re-enter, if your bias you feel like it was wrong. So now, when you re-enter right here, and you're wrong, so if you try to write it down, you're wrong, it goes back up against you or break even. At least you only lost 0.5%. and you step away from the market. That's one way you can trade this. The second way you can trade this is this. If you go inside a seek and destroy moment in the market and you already got one wrong, you step back from the market and you wait for New York to happen. And if New York happened and if it continued to create this type of price action, box the whole day out. If London, New York, and Asian is like this, box the whole day out and then trade the continuation in the following section. Trade the continuation in the following section. So that's a little gem. Of course, we're going to get deeper into like these profiles and things like that, deeper inside the mentorship. But I just had to tell you guys this because it happens a lot where people just get caught and you lose a lot of money when you're caught inside situations like this. So I just wanted you guys to understand and see like that aspect of it. But let's move forward. Okay, here's some takeaways. It's my final comments. You know, it's definitely one of them things that you're going to have to like mentally do the framework of around everything. Like you how can I like have an understanding of these profiles and how can I utilize them if it happens all the time? And that's the real spill. Like you gotta look at the fact that it's not just you understanding the daily profiles. You know, like you have to understand the candle closures. You gotta understand the seek and destroys. Like you gotta understand the rallies, the New York to London rallies. You know, like it's mental framework of how how you proceed price. Like you have to your mind have to like literally learn these concepts and adapt to them while moving forward in trading. And that's the biggest secret with like this whole journey that we're on right now, becoming consistent. So here's homework for you guys. I want you guys to give me 3 examples of buy days, classic buy days. Sorry, my writing is horrible. Buy days. It can be from any forex pair, any forex pair, and I want you to drop them inside the homework chat. So we can further discuss them. So that's really about it. The main takeaway from today's today's curriculum is understanding that we now know the profiles, and not just knowing the profiles, we need to understand the details and how they actually transpire. And we also need to understand mentally how they're forming on a daily time frame, because that's going to be our bread and butter with actually having the market awareness. So do your homework, back test this, like look back and not like get off this this Zoom and literally back test what I'm showing you guys so you guys can learn, and that's how we're going to move and continue on becoming a successful trader. Thank you.